Welcome to the Bowie Met channel, or did we? Or the Aquachigger channel. What I want to discuss with you today is metal detectors and what metal detectors I actually use. I get questions from you guys all the time asking me, hey Aquachigger, what's the best metal detector? I try to answer that in some of the videos and in comment sections, and I always get myself in trouble. So I'm just going to show you why I can't give you a good answer, but I'm going to show you exactly what I use and just give you a brief reason why I use those different machines. I'm going to put up affiliate links to every one of these metal detectors behind me. And that way you guys can go and you can read all about the metal detectors and what they can do. And if you have any questions, that website has a chat box. You can ask those questions right there and you can get answers just like that. Now, if they don't give you good answers, or for some reason, you can't call them up on the phone or whatever, feel free to ask me about them in the comment section. Every one of these metal detectors behind me, I use every year and have many hours on all of them. So I know them not inside out, but I can probably answer your questions. So without further ado, let me show you exactly what I use. I'll give you a brief description of the machine and what it does and why I like it. And if there are certain machines you want me to talk about more, I can do another video. Or if you want me to compare them, I can do another video. Like it's the AT Pro and AT Gold. I get that question a lot. What's the difference? I'll go into that a little bit, but not a lot, because I don't want this video to be 15 minutes long. Neither do you. Trust me, you don't. I'd run out of things to say in about 7 minutes, 15 seconds. Let's see how long this actually lasts. Let's go look behind me, see what we have. In a nutshell, these are the machines that I use every single year. I've used these machines at least several times this past year. Now, I do have a few more machines that I did not bring out that I do occasionally use, but I didn't use them last year, so I didn't think it was fair. This is the Garrett AT series, the AT Gold, AT Pro. They look almost identical. I think that the Gold comes with a small coil and the Pro comes with a big coil. Stock now, I think that's the way they're selling them. But they're different, and I can go into that in a different video for you if you'd like. I use this probably 90% of the time when I'm in the water, the AT Gold. Now this is the Fischer Cz 21. It's a water machine and a land machine, just like these machines here. But the difference is you can dive with this machine. These are only good down to about 15 feet, more or less, but check with Garrett, check your catalog or whatever, to make sure I'm giving you the right figure on that. If you took one of these down 30 feet, like you can take one of these down, or however many, I'm not even sure how many feet you can go with these things. I usually don't dive more than about 30 feet though. This thing would flood. It would implode like an eggshell. So these are the three water machines that I use every single summer, just depending on where I'm going. This is a land machine. This is the Technics T2. I've been using this since they first came out. I love it on the land. It's a great machine, but it's not waterproof like the AT series. So that is one downside to that. This is a pulse machine. This is the Minelab Gpx 5000. It's a very expensive machine. I think it runs something like $4,500 or something like that. It's a different technology. Again, it's pulse. Now I painted this green because normally it's white, but who wants to wave a white flag in the field every time you go digging? I certainly don't. But back to the technology. This is pulse. It's very different than the VLF, which is very low frequency. Pulse machines go much deeper, but they can't discriminate like those machines can. And discrimination is very important when you're hunting where there's a lot of iron, whether it be fence wire or nails or cans or anything like that. Pulse machines don't work as well when there's a lot of iron. And this is the Garrett ATX. You've seen me use this in some videos. This is a pulse machine as well. It does not discriminate as well as a VLF machine. So I don't use it near as much on land or in the water. Again, this is good for the water hunting too, just like the AT Pro and AT Gold. It's in the AT series, so you can take it in the water, but you can't take it very deep. So again, I have to fall back to my Fischer Cz 21. And this is the new guy on the block. It's actually a fairly new machine in this country. maybe in the world, I don't know, called an XP Deus, not Deus, but Deus. I've used this in a few videos and I really like it. It's comparable to like the AT Gold and AT Pro as far as being able to discriminate, well, the T2 as well, as far as being able to discriminate, which is awesome. But an added perk with the Deus is that it's waterproof too. So you can take this in the river just like you can take the AT Pro and Gold in the water. You can take this right in as well. And this thing is light as a feather. I want to show you something really neat. Oh, well, yeah, well, let me show you a couple of things really neat. This is a control box, which pops right off. It's wireless. Everything on this machine is wireless. So you can take the control box and put it in your pocket if you want to. You can put this in a little baggie, and then you can go in the river. And if you do that, all you have is this machine in your hand. I mean, look at that. Thing is light as a feather. That's it. That's a working machine right there with the little box in your pocket. And they have a couple other things besides this box. They have a little set of headphones. You've probably seen that in the video too as well. So I suspect this is going to be my go-to machine this summer. Now when I get back on the water, because it does really discriminate well. So when you ask me, hey, Aquachigger or View Omelette, what's the best metal detector out there? I can point you to the video that I'm making right now, and that's going to be awesome because I won't have to answer 20 questions for 20 people every single night, the same questions. So I just point you right to this video. And I promise I'm going to go ahead and do some comparison videos for you too, because the pulse machines are so much different than the VLFs. And the AT Gold is different than the AT Pro. I think you'll find the same things, but they have different specialties. So I'm going to need to talk to you a little bit about that, and I'll do that. And I'm also going to give you a video to help you better decide which is the best machine for you. I'm going to do like maybe like a flow chart thingy where you're going to have to look at costs of the machine versus what you want them to do. But we'll do that this winter, I hope. Just such a lazy cuss. I don't know why, but I am. So if you want to see these machines, go ahead and get online. The links are in the video description, and you can see pictures of them and learn more about them. And ask those guys the questions first if you can, because it's just so much easier for me. But if you don't get the answer, or you just want a second opinion, feel free to tell me in the comments or ask me in the comments the questions that you have, and I'll answer them if I can, as long as it's not what's the best machine for me, because you have a video now. Adios. Oh, one amazing fact. You know how I just saluted you? You know what a salute was? Which is kind of like the civilian equivalent is, tipping the hat. Hey, me lady, and you tip your hat. It originated with medieval knights that had the visors on the armor. They'd lift the visor so that you could see who it was. So I've read recently. Take it with a grain of salt. Adios.